All right, guys, I want to thank you for coming back for another video today. We have an exciting video of installing a dash cam in my truck. So yes, this is going to be a car video. This is not going to be the car video that you maybe want to see if you're following me for Corvette stuff. This is going to be a Ram dedicated video today. So I want to give a shout out to FitcamX, and I'm going to be completely honest and transparent up front because you guys know how I roll. This was a donated product from FitcamX. They reached out to me and said, hey, you know, we like some of your videos. We have this awesome product. We see that you make some car videos. We'd like to send this out to you. Let us know what you think about it. And again, I'm going to put all this out front, guys, because again, you know how I roll. I do not pull punches. This product is going to get a fair and honest review. Just because I got it for free doesn't mean it's getting a free pass. All right, that is not how I roll. The other qualification I have, I don't just always take free product to do videos. In my opinion, for these to be worth my time, it needs to be A, something I would use, B, something I would buy with my own money, and C, it's got to meet all my other quality criteria. So I have been thinking about getting a dash cam for a while. I didn't know something like this existed. I've never bought a dash cam because, again, I'm a stickler on fit and finish. If it doesn't look like it's supposed to be there, I don't want it. I don't want some little Chauncey camera stuck to my windshield with the wire hanging down, plugging into a power adapter. That is not how I roll. That is where these guys came into play. So this camera is an OEM fit and finish. It just looks like it's supposed to be there. So this really caught my interest, which is again why I am partaking in trying this unit out and doing a video on it. So again, guys, just understand, you know how I roll. The sponsor's probably not going to want to hear this, but again, I don't pull punches. If this thing is junk, you're going to know it's junk. If this thing is great, you're going to know it's great, and you're going to get a discount code below if you want to buy it. So it's either A, going to be PM Performance approved, or B, PM Performance disapproved. So now that we got that out of the way, you're going to see this is a 4K camera, at least for the front, and we're going to get into some of the features of that, why I say that. This is typical boxing you will get from FitcamX. Has some basic instructions in the back. Nice box. Don't care too much about boxes, but it's packaged well, right? You got some basic instructions. It's going to tell you scan a QR code to get some good instructions, all right? I'm going to have a beauty panel here. Here's going to be a harness to convert your power signal, all that stuff from your rear view mirror to this unit. You have a beauty panel, kind of like an access panel to the back of the unit to snap it out, I guess. They give you a nice pry tool, which I'm going to use for this, obviously to get my OEM rear view mirror panel out, but this thing is going to be great for some other car stuff. And you're going to have a USB-A to USB-C adapter that looks like it's a card reader inside it. I wish I would have had this prior because I literally just bought a new micro SD card reader because the dog chewed my other one up. So got that. I'm going to get into the meat and the potatoes first because you'll understand a little bit more on the other stuff. So this is what really caught my eye. This is why I wanted to do a product review, because this fits the PM Performance criteria. This is an OEM fit and finish, and you can see this is going to bolt up to rear view mirror area to the windshield. You're going to see a camera sticking out the front here, but this is basically the OEM panel that was remolded for a dash cam. You're going to see again, camera up front. You're going to see a SD card, and you're going to see some status lights, power button, snapshot button, I'm guessing. But this is, you know, the meat and the potatoes of this product. This is what makes this product it, right? So you have your main harness that's going to fit into one of these harnesses up here. I think probably that junction harness to get power from the rear view mirror. And you're going to see a cable that's going to hang out. Actually, this one's going to go to the rear camera. So again, what makes this thing great, and this fits my criteria, is because not only does it have a 4K camera up front to catch all the good stuff, it's got I believe the rear one is actually a 1080p camera. So a little bit less resolution, but again, more than fine. You don't need 4K for everything. It's great that they do it, you know, meeting consumer hype on what they think they need, but realistically a 1080p camera is fine. So it's going to have a rear facing camera, and you're going to see a lengthy harness that goes with this. This is the only thing that's not going to look like OEM, because again, you know, vehicles never had OEM cameras inside the vehicle, right? So this is going to stick to the back window. I'm okay with this. I'm just going to hide the wire so it's not, you know, like obviously sticking out. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. So I'm going to do this obviously on the non-sliding part of the window. But this excites me because, again, just having one of those real cheap dash cameras that just sticks to your windshield, you're only catching the front action. What if you get hit from the back, right? Like, you want to see these things. And the reason why this is important to me, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I was in a car accident back in 2015, I want to say it was. The car accident has led to some titanium on my neck and some synthetic discs in my neck. So yeah, I had to have surgery because of whiplash because of a car accident. So this has been in the back of my head for a while. All right, guys, so we are in my 21 Ram Laramie right now, and we have the FitcamX unit right here, obviously right below the OEM rearview mirror console, we're going to call it. So again, fit and finish, you're going to see this thing is, let me see if I can mount it up underneath. So, all right, hopefully the light from the sky doesn't blind this out too much, but again, you're gonna see fit and finish. It looks, you know, the texture is slightly, ever so slightly different than OEM, but again, this looks like an OEM unit. So essentially this piece here that I'm tapping, the OEM unit is going to pop out. This is going to pop in a place that has the camera on it. The underside of it, so you're going to see, I don't know what this is, speaker area or just an open area. I think that's just an open area. That looks a little bit different. You're going to see it has the slots on the FitcamX area instead of the like the honeycomb shape area. What I am going to have to move is I'm going to have to move my Easy Pass because that's going to be in the way of the camera. So I'll get the plastic Velcro stuff out of there. We'll see if we can pry everything apart with their tool first. If that doesn't work, then I will go to some of my own tools. But let's pop this thing apart and see what we're working with. Another thing to mention here while I'm showing the mirror setup here, one important thing, if you do have a 5th gen Ram, it may be like this for other vehicles, but at least for a 5th gen Ram, they have 3 different styles. They have an A, B, and a C type housing, depending on what kind of setup that you have for a rear view mirror. I forget which one this was. I think this was the C for mine. But keep that in mind. You do want to look at the side profile of your mirror, and they will actually have a pictorial. I'll see if I can take a picture of it and throw it in post editing so you know what you're looking at. They do have a decent selection of vehicles. I'm not gonna lie, what I'm seeing so far, I wish that they had one for the Q50, and honestly I wish they had one for my Corvette. I would probably put this in all of them, just from what I'm seeing so far with the fit and finish. I'm not going to be able to record doing this at the same time, but literally all I did was just peel this thing in here and just pop it a little bit just to get it out, to be able to get these snaps out. and then it comes off of the OEM snap. So that literally took me all of about a second and a half. Now that that's down, you're going to see it pulled away from the OEM snaps that are on the windshield here. You have this access panel here that you just need to snap out. So after I popped this piece down, I actually scanned their QR code on here to try and figure out, they have a quick video, figure out how to get the centerpiece out. It just showed somebody with really skinny fingers prying their fingers up and just pulling down on it. It was not the easiest task in the world, but I was able to pry my sausage fingers up there and get that down. With this access panel out of the way now, we should just be able to pull this guy down and have the OEM piece out. So now you should be able to see the FitcamX piece next to the OEM piece. Again, this thing is, you know, almost identical. Little bit of a texturing difference, as well as that bottom panel, instead of having the honeycomb, it has the lines. No big deal. I'm cool with that. And you're going to see access to the OEM electronics where you can plug this thing into. So just give you an idea, you know, that thing's going to plug in like that. So it is going to stick down a little bit more because of the camera. But that's pretty much a given. So to get this thing plugged in here, you're just going to unplug this connector over on the right side of the mirror. If I can do this one-handed. There we go. And this is just basically going to be a jumper harness. This is going to go in line. So you're going to plug that guy in place. You plug your original mirror harness into the harness that they supplied. Again, struggles of doing it one-handed. All right, did that. And then you're going to have your little pigtail that's going to come off the back here and plug into this guy over here. And if you just had a front camera, that's it. You just pop this thing back up into place, except for I'm going to be doing the rear view camera. And again, this was an option. This is the full flagship model with all the options. So I got the rear view camera. You're also going to see it. There is a little antenna in here. That's a Wi-Fi antenna, I'm assuming. So you can connect via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth to this device. This will broadcast its own SSID, and you can connect your phone app to it, review the footage, all that stuff. We can get into that a little bit later. So if any of you guys and gals are questioning, can you handle an install like this? They make it very simple. You're going to see the cables are labeled. This says GY01. That's probably the manufacturer or the part number for the camera. The connector goes right in the camera. You're going to see the other one labeled as rear cam. Again, super simple. If you can see, the plug is molded and it actually has a tab in it, so it only goes one direction. Grab the other side of the camera cable. Again, it's going to say rear cam, and it's going to be injection molded with a female end that plugs right in. It only goes in one way, which again, I can't do on camera one-handed because I'm holding the camera. Let me see, that should show it. You should be able to see the female opening and then the male end there that it fits in. So we'll go ahead and get these plugged in. All right, here's a better view from the other side of everything hanging so you can see what it looks like. I did tuck the cable for the rear camera right up across, and I used their pry tool to kind of just tuck the cable up into the headliner. All right, so once all your obstructions are clear, it'll be a little bit easier to tuck some things after you get this piece on, but you're just gonna line up the tabs with the OEM tabs and just push it into place, and that is it. And then you just have this beauty panel. You have the replacement beauty panel to throw into place. We'll grab that out of the box there. But yeah, this thing, I mean, literally, if you had no rear camera, if you didn't do the rear camera, this is a 5-minute install. All right, beauty panel in hand, slide that around like that, and hopefully this thing just slides into place. Boom, look at that. Look at that. Nice OEM finish. Let's go out to the side of the vehicle. Everything fits nice and flush. Let's go to the front of the vehicle. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see there with the windshield being dirty, and I don't have a zoom on my camera because I'm on a GoPro, but you know, this does exactly what it needed to do. It fits like OEM, and it looks nice from the outside. You just see the front of a camera, and we're rocking and rolling. I'm liking this. All right, let me finish routing this thingy, and we'll fire this thing up, see how it all works. All right, so I always kind of feel like I regret going POV view because I do lose some footage because of the angle. But I think this is going to be the only way to do this, where you guys can see this. So it does seem like going up this channel is going to be the easiest. I was able to tuck around the windshield. You can't see nothing. I'll just tuck up this rubber weather stripping and pull back the headliner just a little bit, and I can actually get it underneath the headliner and tuck everything. I don't know how much that you guys can see, but I can get that underneath the headliner without a problem. Get over to plastic pieces, just pry the plastic pieces up a little bit to get it around that. And this should be kind of easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Now it's tucked up in there. Now you don't see nothing. Boom, already did like 4 feet of this without any issues. Get that part tucked up behind the liner. Boom, look at that, nice OEM fit. I'll get it around there, do the same thing, kind of pop it around the plastics. Plastics are always easier to pop out. Headliner scares me a little bit because I don't want to mess with the fabric. But again, if you're gonna do it right. You're gonna see here the camera actually has you can unplug it back here. Probably just kept it plugged just so you know which direction the cable had to go. If it was directional data cable, I don't think it is, but just something to keep in mind. So go ahead and get this unraveled, and again, get it around. We'll just tuck it initially into the rubber weather stripping, and then we'll run around the plastics, and then we'll tuck it after we get it back here. Man, even honestly, if I wasn't recording, even with doing the rear view camera, this is a 10-minute install. Like, this is ridiculous. I can't even believe a 10-minute install. I just gotta find a place to tuck the wire, because there's a lot of wire. I'll probably tuck it back behind this plastic because that seems like the easy place to go. All right, so I actually peeled back this panel here. I'm gonna see if I can tuck this guy back behind the panel. I got this bundle here there we go. Boom. There we go. That's how you do it. Man, look at that. We're tucking harder than a 14-year-old Thai boy trying to make a buck on a Friday night, man. Jamming. All right, let's get this thing stuck. Hopefully the angle's good. Pay attention to this side up, and then we're gonna stick that guy in there. Guy or gal, I don't know if it identifies, but and we're just gonna hook this around. Just gotta find a way to make that clean and nice with the right side facing up. All right, my mans, they thought it all out. So I had some concerns that the angle was not going to be right with this camera, and they thought this out. This is actually on a rotating bezel, so I can mount this thing how I want. I can see if I can flip it around. I don't know if I can flip it around or not in this bezel, but I can actually rotate it. So because the camera is going to be mounted up high, instead of doing one of those, I can actually angle it down and see my bed. And again, because it's a truck and it's a bed, if somebody hits me from the back, I ain't gonna be able to see too much. I really wish I can get this thing up higher, but that's just kind of is what it is. Sorry, that's cool. That's cool. Let me see how I can mount this thing. I wish I could do it on the center, but that window kind of messes me up. All right, let me get this mounted and we'll rock and roll. This time I remember to take off the little plastic protector on the lens before I stick it on the window, because this one would be harder to get to since there will be no gap. So go ahead and get that 3M tape off of there and go kind of all the way up to the edge. Actually, we'll go out a little bit more just because there's the black edge of the window. Press that thing down and it should stay decently attached. And again, we'll go ahead and tuck this guy back up here again. And that, honestly, that's all you're gonna see. That's all you see of the entire install. So thumbs up so far, FitcamX. All right, you can see on their site they have, or on the document, that they have an app to download if it would focus on the right one. Apple one, not the Android one. There we go. All right, download the app store. Bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna do get. And download the app. We're gonna open it. I don't know if yeah, I do have my keys on me. Let's do add camera. We'll just give it accessory power for now. Add camera. Like to find and connect devices in your local network. Allow. Please allow FitcamX to access your local network and setting privacy. Blah blah blah. Alright, so it says to actually start the car, and camera's light will light up, and I do see some lights in there, so that's good. Would do next, select the Wi-Fi. That's what I was missing. Duh, I thought I would do it in accessory, but didn't want to do it at that time. So where you at? All right, so it looks like it doesn't say FitcamX, it's that car DV. So we'll go ahead and select this, and I don't think it told me a password. Let's try this again. So I saw another video, somebody said it was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 as the password. Let's see what it does. Look at that. That is the password. They don't have that in the documentation, at least that I saw. And maybe it is. All right. So the rear camera is recording. Is that what's on the back? Recording paused. All right. See if we can figure out which camera this is. Yeah, it looks like that's the back camera. Where's the front camera? All right, so we yeah, probably gonna do sound recording. Front camera, do highest resolution. Wi-Fi name, Wi-Fi password. We'll change that in a little bit. How to get the front camera? How to get the front camera? Front camera not powered on. I definitely don't want that. Oh, is it because I still have, oh, I still got the blue. Okay. So this is the switch back and forth between the front camera and the rear camera. I don't have the rear camera actually stuck to the glass. That's why if you can see it, you may just see a little bit of glass right there. This is to actually flip to the front camera, which is going to look blue because I didn't take the tape off of the front. Ah, look at that. All right, so you can actually see the front camera and the rear camera at the same time. All right, let me go ahead and pack some stuff up. I'll drive around, I'll record some data, I'll come back, I'll actually upload it to the video rather than doing the POV view. But I just basically wanted to get this thing started up and figure out how I like the rear view, where to mount it, and then we'll go for riding and jam a little bit. I don't know what the footage looks like yet. I haven't seen anything overly interesting on the road yet, but I'm going to assume that it looks good. We'll find out in post-editing. So I'm about a mile and a half or so away from the house, so I'll just let it record for the next minute or so. As we're approaching two roundabouts, actually, that's where things typically tend to get interesting, because nobody understands how to use a four-way yield at these roundabouts. So that is, we may see something interesting there in about another half a mile or so. I don't know what the footage looks like yet. I haven't seen anything overly interesting on the road yet, but I'm going to assume that it looks good. We'll find out in post-editing. So I'm about a mile and a half or so away from the house, so I'll just let it record for the next minute or so. As we're approaching two roundabouts, actually, that's where things typically tend to get interesting, because nobody understands how to use a four-way yield at these roundabouts. So that is, we may see something interesting there in about another half a mile or so. All right, guys, so I'm going through post-editing now, and everything worked fine with the camera. I think the video looked pretty damn good. I mean, I don't have any qualms with the video. I scaled it out on my 49-inch ultra-wide. It looks great. It looks just as good as my GoPro. Same thing with the rear footage. Again, looks just as good as my GoPro. Please let me know down in the comments below if you think the audio and video was good, bad, otherwise. Let me know. I think it was more than acceptable, and I watched quite a bit more video and listened to the audio as I had the radio on and such, and everything worked fine. I popped out the micro SD card, put it into my computer, came right up, no issues with files being wrong format, anything corrupted, nothing like that. Everything worked. It just worked. I wish all products were well thought out and just worked just like this product. So, FitcamX, you officially get PM Performance thumbs up approved product. So guys, now that we know this data, down in the description below there's going to be a discount code. I believe it's 10% discount code. Go ahead and use that. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want some follow-up videos, maybe I'll start throwing some shorts in on my channel of when I see people doing crazy things. It's probably going to be mostly at that roundabout, or when I go down to pick up my kid that lives down in Virginia. Traffic is always stupid down there too. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested in this content, maybe I'll start taking on some more product offers. Again, for me to do it, it's got to be something I'm interested in. It's got to be a quality product. I'm not really into knick-knack stuff. It's a waste of my time and a waste of the manufacturer's time. This fit what I'm looking for as far as a product though. So again, this is why I did this video. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate any feedback down in the comments. And come back for another one. We got another one coming up with an air jack for my lift. That'll probably be the next video coming up. All right. Thank you guys. We'll catch you in the next one.